today. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is my topic. Okay, magic is in the mind. Now, what is this all about? Okay, so everyone's chasing upgrades today. In travel, we want to get upgraded. To better class in our lifestyle, even in success. But what if the real upgrade is not external but internal? There is a thought of mine is, says abundance is owning my mind, not a mind. So it is mind, M-I-N-D versus mind, M-I-N-E, which compares internal mastery with external possessions. So what prompted this thought? Okay. I saw a photo of here on the left of taken by Sandy Martinez of Rosalind here and her downline Gloria sitting with Pat and Margaret Sung at lunch in Marbella in Spain. Okay. And they're having a great time out there. They love this kind of lifestyle. And recently, Nick Neo has been sharing a series of posts about traveling. I think it's business or it's first class. This is his cabin in the aeroplane. This is the kind of one of the many courses of foods and wines that he gets served. And then my Thai team elite friend Thera shared about his first class flight back from Amsterdam, the success trip. And this is his first class cabin. This is his bed. And then this is a picture of him on holiday in a big hotel room. I looked at this and I really appreciate that these guys enjoy it. Otherwise, they won't post so many pictures about it. But I looked at myself and asked myself, what really gives me huge pleasure? And a number of things came up. Climbing stairs with Hui Xuan, which includes our discussions on life and business as we spend time talking. A picnic, simple snack that we have, homemade bagel and coffee midway through a 3-hour hike. Then a big Nonya bachang by the sea with friends after stand-up paddling. And this bachang costs only $6, but gives us so much pleasure. And then recently, just last week, a visit to the goat farm with my grandson Isaac. Just 30 minutes travel to get there, cost probably $30 for everything that we. The goat farm visit was free, but you pay for the ice cream, the hay for the goats, and the milk and all that. This is our thrill for the week. So Einstein wisely said, not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. Okay? Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. And I realized that happiness and joy is actually from within. It's from the being, not the doing. Of course, not only does this lavish luxury not delight me, I realize that indulging in them will also prevent me from the hard work I need to spend building my health pillar, which requires consistency, commitment to training. So every time I go out there and have a long holiday or something, it just disrupts my training program. Okay? Now, this leads me to contrast the value of what I call internal light versus external highlights. So for those of you who choose to dig into your soul rather than dig for gold, for those of you who choose to cultivate meaning rather than collect things, for those of you who realize that the treasure is within and not in the trove, just consider how you're living. Okay, consider how you're living. There are 5 points I want to make here. Okay, the first is meaning. Okay, so meaning can be found in any act, not just grand ones. You've heard the story probably of the janitor at NASA. When asked what he was doing, he said, "I'm helping put a man on the moon." Or the auntie or the uncle clearing trays at the kopitiam. It just looks like another routine job. But imagine if you asked one of them what they were doing and they said, "I help people eat in a clean, happy place. I make sure families can sit down and enjoy their meal together." That's not just cleaning tables, that's creating community. There's meaning behind it. So meaning can be found in any act, not just grand ones. You just need to see the mission in the mundane and live it fully. You don't need to wear a suit or fly first class to be significant. Your posture becomes a mirror and a magnet. The second point I want to make is about alignment. Okay, so when you sacrifice, this sacrifice is not a loss. It's actually alignment. It's alignment to your infinite game. Robin Sharma wrote about the monk who sold his Ferrari. And, this monk-like lifestyle isn't deprivation. It's actually devotion. Similarly, your focus isn't on resisting luxury, but choosing alignment over allure, or alignment over accumulation, or alignment over appearance, maybe. The third point is about joy. When you think of it, true joy is what I call quietly rich because it's not transactional. When joy comes from being, okay, from inside, from your being, it's not dependent on seat upgrades. It's not dependent on the scenery. It's not dependent on social proof. Okay, it's in the feeling of purpose when, for example, climbing stairs. It's the closeness of conversations that we have. It's the delight of your grandson or granddaughter's laughter. These are, I feel, are infinite returns. Simple but unforgettable, and they can build lifelong memories for people. The fourth point is about the infinite game. Okay, you are actually living the infinite game, and you need to be deliberate about living the infinite game. While others may be collecting moments for Instagram, you're cultivating meaning for the soul. As I mentioned, the conversation on the stairs or during the walks, when we're training, the talks with your coach, the goat farm, or whatever place you visit, these are not lesser experiences. Okay? They're the quiet wealth of someone who is building the pillars of inner security. We talked about pillars. These pillars give us inner security for the future. And my fifth point is contentment. Okay. Now, contentment isn't passive if it's powered by purpose. You look at let me just share my screen here. You look at Paul the Apostle. Okay, he was shipwrecked, he was imprisoned, he was hungry, and yet, he says, "I've learned the secret of being content." What's that secret? Okay, what's the secret of being content? Okay, it's not the conditions, it's the calling. He wasn't surrendering ambition. He was a top Pharisee, top leader in the Jewish synagogue. Okay, he wasn't surrendering ambition. He was actually anchoring it. Now, what do I mean by being anchored? Being anchored means not easily distracted or tossed about by every whim and fancy that didn't serve his mission. And he was clear about his mission. And for him, abundance isn't about having more, but actually needing less to feel full. So, there you have it. You're not chasing magic, you're living magic. Okay, what is magic? Okay, these words that I've mentioned. Meaning, okay, meaning can be found in any act, not just grand ones. Alignment, where sacrifice is not loss, it's alignment. Joy, where true joy is quietly rich because it's not transactional. Infinite game, you're living the infinite game. And lastly, contentment. Okay? Contentment isn't passive, it is powered by purpose. Okay? So I see magic as this quiet, grounded kind that transforms the way we see success. So magic is in the mind. So happiness is from the being, okay, not the doing. So the most, we talk about upgrades, and the most lavish journey is not from Singapore to Spain or Switzerland, but actually the most lavish journey is from comparison to contentment. And we can live richly from inside out. We can, let your wealth be seen in the way you love, not in the way you fly. In a world chasing upgrades, offer inner elevation to people in your conversations with people, in your posts, where people see that you're actually building people, you're sharing a positive mindset. And that, I think, is what we mean when we say discover the best you. Okay? A you that empowers people, that finds a lot in life. So I have a call to action for you, your homework, okay? Just reflect. What's one moment this week that cost little but meant a lot? Okay, what's one moment this week that cost little but meant a lot? What magic did you create? Okay, so that's my sharing for today.